Welcome to the Writer's Life, place you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life. Excuse me. And where you get the truth about the writer's life. And just subscribe and rate, punch the like button, tap the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one single unbelievably exciting video. Go to Vince Andrea. Take two. Go to vincandrea.com for my latest thrillers. Or you can still pick up the Shroud Key for just $1, because it's still killing it. Like sold like 1,000 in 10 days or something like that. Mostly in the UK. And it's still killing it in the UK charts, so that's good. That long tail extends out to the whole series, so that's a good thing. Just one of those things, like where suddenly you start hitting it with a book. Happens maybe once a year if you're lucky, every couple of years, something like that. And I happen to be hitting it with this one again. Never count a book out, ever. And this book has always done well for me. It's done very well, in fact. It's still that and The Remains are still like my big bestsellers, but the Shroud Key has always been the gift that's kept on giving. You got to have a few books like that in your arsenal, let's call it, because that's what will not only pay your bills, but like you got to have like that Abbey Road. You know what I mean? You got to have that's not even a good comparison because everything the Beatles did was great, except for their original Decca recordings, which my friend and I just listened. We didn't watch. We listened to it, and it was like, wow, this sucks. It was like Pete Best sucked as a drummer. Oh my god, I didn't realize he was that bad. I was always kind of the opinion like he was just adequate, whereas Ringo was very dynamic, but I didn't think he was pathetic. But he wasn't a very good drummer. Anyway, I can see why they sacked him. Right, Mr. Martin? All right, anyway, I'm getting off topic as usual. Anyway, you need to have a book or two in your arsenal that is just always going to do well and that you can boost a little bit, and hopefully, that little spark makes it take off again. And I happen to be able to do that over the past couple of weeks with the Shroud Key, so pick it up. I've been thinking about doing this will be its 10th year, so I'm thinking about doing a commemorative hardbound copy of it, and maybe running a Kickstarter for it, a la Brandon Sanderson. I don't know. I might just do the hardcover anyway and just get it out there. And, I think there would be a certain amount of people who would love to have that. So we'll see. Anyway, just a quickie because it's just me today. And by the way, just before I forget, I have Tom Avitable on Friday as my guest. Tom Avitable, and he has some news and he wants to break it here on the Writer's Life. Because, I'm all over the place, right? Yeah. Anyway, but what I wanted to talk about is Kindle Vella. I haven't talked about it in a long time. Haven't wavered from it whatsoever because, like I said, even though the bonuses I get, cut to like a pittance basically compared to what they were originally when it first started out, I still find it to be a very useful writing tool. I think it was my Uncle Harvey Stamborough, the great pulp writer. Look him up, Harvey Stamborough. It's just how you spelled, just like you pronounce it. I don't dare spell it because I'll fuck it up completely. But anyway, but you'll find him. Check out his Black Ops series. Very, very good. What did Harvey say? Oh yes, he said when I publish a chapter of a book, a brand new book, as I'm writing it on Kindle Vella. That's my way of writing in public. Um, and he's right. It is. It's my way of writing in public because I write it, I run it through like Grammarly, and boom, I get it out there. Naturally, before it becomes a real book, it goes through a professional editing process and all that sort of stuff. But it's pretty close by the time I finish it for Vela. Even it's I've gotten to that point. It's pretty close. Um, but anyway, what I'm getting at is the bonuses came out a little bit later this month than they normally do. Usually they come out on the 21st or 20th. What is today? The 24th, something like that. And it's the bonus. My bonus in particular has quadrupled from what it was just last month, and they've steadily been where they've been. I'm not going to give you the actual number, for like a year and a half. To the point where like I wasn't even looking forward to like I used to look forward to like the 20th. When's the bonus going to come out? And see that big number. But I just got to the point where I could have cared less. I was just like using, like I said, Vela had just become a tool for me, and that's all. But now the bonuses are increasing. Why? I suspect the audience is getting larger, right? Because there must be more money coming into it. Or maybe Amazon is increasing their territory, and maybe starting to dive into the Asian market. That's what I've been waiting for, because it's been domestic so far, and there's only so many people that are going to read episodic stories. They'd rather just wait until the book comes out. But what they want to do is compete in the Asian market. That's where it's at, with the Wattpads and all that sort of stuff. Because the Asian market, the kids over there just love their episodic fiction that they can read on the trains, on their phone, and wherever else they are, at the coffee shop, or So I guess, and also, as you know, I'm writing mysteries and thrillers and crime stuff and all that, and like that, it's really popular again. So that could be part of the reason also. So we'll have to see. Anyway, it's my bonus isn't gonna like pay the rent, but it's gonna pay a good chunk of the rent for sure. No question about it. So let's see if this keeps going. Let's see if this is not an aberration. Something tells me it probably isn't. All right, that's all I got. I gotta go. I gotta do some work for my kids. Oh my God, see how that happens? My son, they work at night sometimes, and when I'm getting up, sometimes they're just going to bed. And so my son Harrison was like, "Can you deliver these 2 packages to the post office?" Okay, the show must go on, and I want to help them, so I have to go work for them now. All right, I will talk to you guys probably not tomorrow, but definitely Friday with who? Best-selling author Tom Abbott, who has some news to release right here first on the Writer's Life. I sound like Joe Biden. The Writer's Life. Did you see that guy? Like, all right, I'm still going, but did you see him sniffing that little girl's hair the other day? He's like leaning into her, and she keeps going like this. Like, who's this creepy dude? And he keeps like, don't stop backing up from me because I want to sniff you. Like this guy's got issues. I don't care what anybody says. I don't know how majority of Americans don't see it, but anyway, who am I to say? All right, I will talk to you guys Friday. Ciao, ciao.